Guys, today what we'll see is different concepts in syllogisms. Okay, what are the different concepts exist in syllogisms? So first one is syllogisms can be, this is analytical way of dealing with the syllogisms. I am not talking about the figures that we draw, but this is analytical way which will give you a definite answer after every question. So, and in this video we will see what are the different kinds of syllogism concepts which come here, and the different questions identification based on the concept that we will see. Okay, concepts identification also. So first of all, there is something called syllogism identification. Next, conversion. Next, combination. Next, truth table. Square of opposition, and statement based. Sixth one is figures and moods. So if you know all these 6 concepts, you can definitely get a 2 or at least minimum 2 mark in your pocket in the UGC NET exam. Okay, so what does this actually first identification means? Identification means there nothing but we have AEIO as categorical propositions, right? So these are called categorical because we are categorized into AEIO. So categorized into what? We have categorized these things into 2 types, which is based on 2 types, which is quantity and quality. So here quantity means we have 2 types again, this full quantity and some quantity, and quality means we have 2 again here, positive and negative. So this is how we have categorized the proposition in categorical propositions. So that is why it is type called as categorical proposition. Proposition is a valid statement, right? A statement. Now a statement is, we are calling it as all birds are flowers. So this is a kinds of statement. So a kind of statement means, what does it mean? These birds and flowers are arbitrary. You remember that these 2 are arbitrary. So I can put anything in these 2 boxes and it remains the same. What I mentioned statement like all birds are flowers, all flowers are roses, all pens are pencils, like that. But basically a kind of statements looks like all, some box, or some box. I call this as all positive. All, there is no negative word in here, so I am calling it as all positive. That is what we are calling it as universal affirmation. Okay, all positive is called as universal affirmation. And the next one is E kind of statement. So what is the E kind of statement? E kind of statement is no birds are flowers. I am taking the same example because I don't want to confuse you. So no birds are flowers. So again, these birds and flowers are arbitrary. Here no is there and no holds for everything else. So no is holding for everything else. So I am telling it as all negative. Okay, so no is, I consider it as not. Okay, it means that not. So all negative. So this no holds for birds also, this no holds for flowers also. So that is why I am calling it as all negative. All negative, it is, they call it as universal negative. So we have 2-3 things here. One is universal affirmation, one is universal negative. Now coming back to I, if you come to I kind of statement is, now comes, this is full statements, these are full. Now these 2 are half. Okay, so full consists of A, E, some consist of I, O. Okay, so now let us see half statements, how it looks like. half means some statement. So some flowers are buds. So again these two are arbitrary in nature. So I can put anything in here, so that we have to understand. So here sum is there, r is there. There is no negative word, so I am taking it as sum positive. In their terms, it is called as particular affirmation. And if you come back to the O kind of statement, so O is very easy only. Some birds are not flowers. Again, these birds and flowers are arbitrary in nature. We can replace. So, but if you identify here, there is something called not and some. So, some not will be present in here. So, I am calling it as some negative. That they call it as particular negative. Okay. So, this is the identification. So, what we have identified? We have identified there are two kinds of it is a categorical syllogisms. Then it is categorical syllogism, and it has divided into two types, quantity and quality. In quantity we have full quantity and some quantity, and quality we have some positive and negative qualities. So a categorical syllogism basically consists of mixture of quality and quantity, right? So here A, E, I, O are the things which form four kind of categorical syllogisms. Now if we classify that, AE comes under quantity, full quantity, IO comes under some quantity, and similarly AI comes under some positive, EO comes under negative, quality. Okay, basically the propositions consist of two things. One is quantity and quality, and they are positive qualities, and all the four are the combination of all this. That's it. Now if you see, all birds are flowers is an example of a kind of statement where there is no negative thing. So A is all positive, so that is why I have taken all positive. And E is no birds are flowers, so it is all negative. And I is some flowers are birds, so some positive. O is some negative, so some birds are not flowers, is the thing. So this is basic identification. If you can't identify, you cannot go for the further steps. So we will see conversion, combination, truth table and all these things in the next videos. This is first basically an identification of a syllogism, categorical syllogism. So let us identify few problems also based on it. So we have already seen identification of syllogisms, identification of categorical proportion. So now let us just see, can we identify which type of proportion it is or not. Okay, don't worry about the question, logical equivalent or logical not equivalent, anything. Okay, so now let us just see what kind of syllogisms it will be. So no carnivorous are cats, so we don't require this carnivorous cats. No R is there, so it is E syllogism, right? E categorical proportion, that is all negative, so universal negative. Now some carnivorous are we don't want carnivorous and cats. Some are not is there, so it is some negative, that is O. So particular negative. Now all are, so cats, carnivores, we don't matter that. All are, so it is A syllogism, so all positive. Now all non-carnivorous, non-cats, you leave about it. So all R is there, again it is A kind of statements, all positive. Are you getting? So now let us see the same thing. Now let us see the same thing with here. Okay, not this one. Let's go back. Yeah, see, some beverages are not liquid, so this which kind of statement? Some is there or not is there, so it is O. Some particular negative. Some or is there, not is not there, so it is I. Some or not is there, O. Some or is there, I. So these are we identify the categorical proposition. So some or is there, I. Some or is there, I. Some or is there, I. All or is there, A. Are you getting? So come with me now, do it faster like I do. All R is there, so all R is there, A. All R is there, A. No is there, E. Some R is there, I. Are you getting what I am saying? Yeah, we have to do it faster also, because this basic step. All R is there, A. No is there, E. All some or not is there, O. Some R is there, I. So like that. So let us just identify that syllogisms only. No is there, E. Some R is there, I. Some R not is there, O. Some R is there, again I. So now one more thing we'll see, and let us see. So some R is there, I. No is there, E. Some R not is there, O. All is there, A. So next time you will only see. So now write down the answer for this. Some not is there. Some not is there. What is the answer? All R is there. What is the answer? Some R is there. What is the answer? No is there. What is the answer? So if you have written some R not is O, all is A, some is I, and no is E, then you are absolutely correct. Pat your backs. You are absolutely correct. And the next few other remaining 5 concepts we will see it in the next video. Thank you so much.